I think let's sort of go through, of all those announcements, what do you think, Gerardo, is the most impactful, in your opinion, for our customers?
Oh, that's a big question and no easy answer to that. If you're a developer, Code Whisperer. You need to give it a go. It can make the experience of actually coding a lot better. It's going to help you enforce best practices. It's going to help you with security vulnerabilities, with bias, identifying bias, and getting you out of trouble for attribution and licensing related issues. But that's just for developers. Like you can't, I don't know if I'm willing to say that it is my favorite one. So Redshift got a lot more powerful, and it's amazing to see how the service has evolved, because Redshift is one of the services that we launched very early. I can't be quoted for how many years we've had Redshift for, but there's been a lot. It's one of the early services that came with EC2 and RDS and ELB back in the day. And they just keep innovating at an amazing clip, and they keep just launching features. And so yeah, if customers that haven't tried Redshift, they should probably give it a go, because if they had a perception of Redshift that was built 5 years ago, it's going to be a completely different experience.
Yeah, they're great two announcements. And Justin, what do you think, in your opinion, a really impactful service that customers can take hold of?
I haven't been shy. I really think Code Catalyst is going to unlock our customers, particularly because a lot of the challenges in doing implementations and work with customers is they have that false start or the stop start in an engagement, or even just trying to do a simple initiative. So seeing Code Catalyst go through the process of taking away the headaches and all of the upfront bits and pieces you have to get done is going to be really impressive. And the thing is that it's delegated as well. So if you wanted to do something and you want your team to do something similar, you're able to do that. So
yeah, fantastic. Now, what was a service, Gerardo, that came out of the blue, or was a surprise to you, that came as a pleasant surprise in the announcements that were made?
I would say probably AWS supply chain. You would think that it's a no-brainer for a company like Amazon that is, we're almost a supply chain company, to help customers in this space. But yeah, we've waited for this service for years, and we finally have it. And I also like the fact that it's more, like you said, it's more like user-centric, which is a contrast to most of the AWS services that are builder-centric. But this is a service that you can just plug your ERP, and it's a beautiful UI, and you get like a unified data space with machine learning insights that help you make decisions on your supply chain. I think the impact can be very powerful. So yeah, it was a surprise, and I'm just waiting for it to be available in Sydney.
And Justin, what came a surprise for you?
I think I've already spoken about it already, but the Wicker was actually one that was quite unexpected, and definitely, as you hear the features and the functions of what it does, it is again a no-brainer. Just like having that end-to-end encryption, private collaboration with content and messaging. Why would you not have that as a service? And particularly since it's using Amazon backbone services, it's going to be fast, efficient, and really performant. So again, I was surprised, and I'm impressed by it. I can't wait for it to be released in the teams.
Yeah, fantastic. And I know a lot of the services, we understand that the regions are important, and I know a lot of our Australian customers always want to know what services they can use in the Sydney region. So Gerardo, what is one of the services that is very impactful that's available right now in the Sydney region, in your opinion?
Look, all the ones I presented are available in Sydney. So yeah, there's one that I would say that every customer has to use, the Blue-green deployments on RDS. So most customers still, they're running relational databases, they're still very popular, and RDS has like 7 different engines you can have in it. Every customer needs to update their databases as time goes by. So this is one feature that is just gonna make life a lot easier, managing that promotion of updated databases in less than a minute, without downtime, without data loss. It's a no-brainer.
Yeah, that's a fantastic service announcement. And Justin, in your opinion, what's one in Sydney that you really want customers sort of to take hold of?
Well, the world runs on Java. We all know this, and it's one language that's not going to go away in a hurry. And so we all know that Java running servicely inside Lambda is absolutely a must. And so the snap start for Lambda is something that I'm pretty impressed by. I think we should all just start leveraging it today. Just use it, turn it on, start getting it out there, because it's not something that will be bad for your environment. It's only good. Even if you get it wrong first, it'll just be good. So just get on and get it started.
Yeah, brilliant. Now for next year's reInvent, you both obviously attended in person. If someone really wants to do, what's the one must thing to do at reInvent for next year if people are going to attend in person?
You need to sleep a lot in advance and after. Yeah. So it's an intense week. So not only you have like thousands of sessions that you can tailor to what you want to learn about, but it's also a great networking opportunity. So I met there with a lot of customers, and you continue to get surprised with what customers are doing, working in things that you didn't even think about, like genomics. I had one customer that's doing data analysis in genomics, and they were talking to me about Amazon Omics and how much they want it in Australia because it can simplify their work. And so it's a fascinating place to be to learn and also to network. You probably don't get a lot of rest. So.
No,
That's for sure.
Yes, and look, I think one of the things that I found interesting was the vendor hall. So it is easy to get meetings and connect with customers, but the vendor hall, I was very surprised at a lot of the new vendors that I've never heard of. So I won't say anything on the camera today, but I heard that there was more than 25% new vendors in the last 12, 18 months alone had booths there. So I would highly recommend spending some solid time in the expo hall to have a conversation or two with all of these vendors, just to get a feel for what's happening with existing vendors, but also new vendors who are up and coming, just to understand what they're up to, because there's a lot out there.
Thank you, Justin and Gerardo, for taking us through those awesome service announcements. If you want to learn more about how we can help you with your transformational journey on AWS, please reach out. Thank you for tuning in.